Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing today?
Good morning.
Oh my, I'm a white dot on the YouTube side by the looks of things.
Oh, well, you're not a white dot on the StreamYard side.
I know, that's kind of weird.
Are
Um, Turn the
you still
camera on.
are you
Get
still
rid
a
of it.
white dot?
Yeah, apparently.
No, are you now?
Well, no, I'm not. There we are. So today's stream is Remembrance Day stream, people. Good morning, Wicked Insanity, Mikey. How you doing?
Look at the first one in the house.
Yeah. So today we're going to honor uh, our Canadian troops by honoring them who fought in the First World War. So, and of course, the Second World War. That's why I'm doing the stream today
Yes.
to remember that. And at 11 o'clock, we will have a moment of silence, and then I'll play some little bit of music to go along with it. And when we'll do that, we'll drop down. Fish and I'll drop down when the music's playing. Because
Sounds
as you can see in the
perfect.
background, I have Vinamy Ridge pulled up as the background for right now. And of course, I got this cannon sitting behind me.
I like that.
Yeah, it's, wait till you see the picture. You can't really see it, but well, it is. That's Canada's main battle tank.
Okay.
So it's uh, it's made in Germany, by the way. Go figure. Anyways, that's the Leopard tank. Brandon Jackson, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
Hi. Good to see
Thank
you,
you for
Brandon.
tuning in on today's Remembrance Day stream, where we are going to remember the soldiers of World War One and World War Two as well. So, uh, my grandfather fought in the First World War, and then my father fought in the Second World War. So, and of course, my mom, she was in the RAF. She was in the Air Force.
I remember you telling me,
Yeah,
but hey, if you
yeah,
want to say some more so they know
hmm
what she all did, but that's incredible that she
yeah.
did that.
Well, my family's from the UK, so my mom is from the UK. She's from England. She used to tell me stories how the V1 rockets, which they called the buzz bombs back then, were coming over. And then she says, and then when the V2s started coming over, they couldn't hear them coming. They just all of a sudden, bang, they were there.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
yeah, she was telling me about how everybody had to take cover when the V1s were coming over, and of course the Spitfires were trying to knock them out of the sky, right? So
Well,
along with
yeah.
the anti-aircraft guns and everything else that was going on when the Battle of Britain was happening.
Mhm.
So, but as for that,
Hi,
square
Joey.
table, how you doing?
Good to see Joey, huh?
Yeah. So not only is it Remembrance Day here in Canada, it's also Veterans Day in the U.S.
It sure
as,
is. So
as well.
we're all,
So
respecting soldiers, the troops, or however you want to put it, all around,
yes.
really. And
Hmm.
yeah, like I put up a video today, and that says in honor of the veterans because that's where I'm at. But of course, we're always gonna remember people other places too, like in Canada and such too. So
Yeah. And of
it's just all
course,
around respect.
the monument at Vinamy Ridge, which was one of the most bloodiest battles in World War One. A lot of lives were lost on both sides, and that's basically where it came. I think at Vinamy Ridge, that's when it came to a stalemate. So, and that's when the originally Remembrance Day was called Armistice Day. if I said that correctly. So,
Maybe they changed the name because it was a tongue twister.
well, some
Anyway.
people, some people, when I was reading, they were getting it confused with Thanksgiving, so they decided to call it Remembrance Day. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that's why.
so yeah.
Well, it's and then there's different terms, right? Because even in your same country, like here, let's say, like I would call
Hmm.
fall, right? Like right now it's fall, but
Hmm.
other people would call it autumn. Now
Yeah.
I could interchange both of those, but I
Hmm.
grew up calling it fall. So instinctively, that's probably the first thing I'd say. So it's probably like that in regards to this too, that people are going to know it is different things, but it's the same thing that we're honoring, respecting, and remembering.
We must always remember what happened in the First World War and the Second World War as well, too.
Oh, here we
On
go.
the yep, on the 11th hour in the 11th month, on the 11th day is when the truce was signed.
Yeah, used to. So Joey says used to be called Armistice Day. I don't know,
Yeah,
however you say
armistice.
this.
Yeah,
Armistice. Okay.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Allies won the war on the 11th day of the 11th hour of the 11th month, which is that's kind of cool. 11,
Hmm.
11, 11. In the States, after World War II, they changed it to Veterans Day. Okay, so it's because of after the Second War.
Yeah,
Then, well, thank you for that little bit of info there, Joey. It's interesting.
yeah. That's World War One. It raged on from 1914 to 1918. And then because there was a French, yeah, 1918 French, yeah, a French representative, Marshal, whatever his name is. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. And then, of course, the German delegate was there as well. So they signed the little stuff. So,
I see Randy's adventurous family is here.
hello, Randy's adventurous family. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah.
So,
Good morning.
and just to see, uh, just want to show off this tank because I can. Because
Okay.
this is actually Canada's main battle tank. This is our main battle tank. This is the Leopard 2, and that there has got 100. That's 120 millimeter smoothbore cannon on the front of that thing. That packs a pretty good punch. It's the same. It's the same gun that's sitting on the Abrams tank, by the way. Where do you think that gun came from?
Wow.
So
Look at that.
yeah, see that's got a see that Leopard tank. It's got a sleek, really low profile.
I'm noticing that because, yeah,
Yeah,
some tanks were a little taller, weren't they?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's our newest tank, by the way. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Remember back in the day in World War II, when everybody was using Shermans, the Canadian Army had Sherman tanks as well. So, but they were little pea shooters to what they were up against with the Tigers and the Panzers.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They really didn't want to tangle with them too much. They kind of did the sneak up approach. You know, the weakest point in a Panzer or a Tiger tank is it's in the back side of them. It's in the back. It's in the rear where the motor where the engine is.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Now don't forget they had the 88 guns on them. You know, 88 millimeter cannon, where there was a 60 on or 60 or whatever was on the Sherman tank. It wasn't that very powerful gun.
Actually, most of them tanks are made in Ohio, apparently, according to Joey.
Hmm.
General Dynamics. My buddy used to work there.
Hmm.
Oh, loading tanks on planes was fun. Not. Ha ha ha. Weak spot in the back. Yep. Yeah, I
Yep.
suppose
Yep.
that's with anything though. There's usually a
Yep.
weak spot on a vehicle or on a person or anything. You're gonna find that weak spot at some point, right?
Hmm. Yeah, because if a tank's too square, you give it a direct hit, it's going to go somewhere. That's why tanks have, slanted and sloped profiles. So,
Right.
you know, but I couldn't imagine. I can't imagine what they were going through World War One at Enemy Ridge. It was just like day in and day out. Um,
No,
yeah.
that would be different.
When my grandfather came back from the war, funny thing is, he was shot a couple of times. My dad said, and he comes back and he dies of TB, tuberculosis.
Hmm.
So I'm proud of my family of serving in the armed forces back then.
That's
So
good. But
my
yeah,
my grandfather on my mother's side was in the army as well. So he participated in the First World War. So
yeah, that's definitely it's a sacrifice.
yeah,
It's
it
a big
is.
sacrifice, even if, let's say, they go and they fight for the country and they survive it all.
Hmm.
It's still a lot of work, and there's a lot of things you see that can be very difficult, and that's why a lot of them end up with, the post-traumatic
Yeah,
stress type things, and I can't even imagine, I can't imagine. So, yeah, big thanks to them, because not all of us would be able to be brave enough and strong enough to do what they were able to do and are able to do. So,
exactly. They fought for what was right. They fought for freedom, and they put their lives on the line for what they believed in.
yeah, there's not very many people that I know of that would truly sacrifice their life over
Hmm.
anything. A lot of people covet their life very much so.
Well, when the Second World War broke out, my dad was not quite old enough to join yet, so he lied about his age. So that's how he got in. So, so when he went back to England, because he joined the Canadian Army, went back to England. That's where he met my mother. So, yeah. So we're just going to play a little tribute for a little bit right now. Actually, we'll
That sounds good. Is this when we would go to the basement and let them look at
no,
the scene? Or no, not yet?
not
Okay.
quite yet. No, not quite yet.
Okay. You just let me know.
Okay,
You got the show.
I got the show. Yes, I got the show. Yeah, but like you said, we have to remember and you know never forget. Always honor those who have fallen in battle.
Well, of course, we can't forget them. Otherwise, they
Exactly.
sacrifice their life in vain. And that's another thing. I know it might be heading in the borderline of politics, but that's why a person needs to make sure that
Hmm.
we still do have our freedom, which sadly, I think, no, I know it's going to be less and less of that, which I think find it very sad, not only for our own selves, but think about all the people that
Hmm.
sacrifice their lives for our freedom. And
Yep.
that's not right. So don't think of it only for yourself, your family, but think of everybody that fought for us to have freedom and they lost their lives over it. It's very
Hmm.
important that we stand up for it.
I have a lot of respect for the military. So, and even the people who are currently serving deserve our gratitude and respect for what they do. So I thank them for their service. So,
Yes, of course. And then if
mhm.
anybody here, uh, if you have the time, you can share this out so other people can remember and respect our soldiers that have fought for our country and our countries,
Yeah,
really, because there's people,
yeah.
here and there and everywhere.
Hmm.
So come together, and I know we're all busy, right? We're all busy, 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 but we can spare a few minutes to think of this. They did a big deed, very big thing.
Yeah, exactly. And all our whoever our soldiers who are currently serving right now deserve to be thanked as well for what they're doing for us. So it's not just remembering the people who have fallen in battle. It's also remembering the people who are serving today as well. So that's how I
Yes.
that's how
Yes,
I
because
look at
it's
Remembrance
still
Day.
going. Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean,
Yes.
yes, I know Veterans Days. I suppose the thought is of past stuff, but there's still people serving to this day,
Hmm.
and I personally know some people that are or have been in the military of some sort, and it's hard. Um, it's hard for both genders, but I specifically know somebody that was a female that was in it, and she actually attempted to take her life a couple times after being in the
Oh.
military because it's
Mm.
hard. It's a lot of hardships that you see there. So it's not only physical people, it's mental too. And these people are really they're there for you.
Oh yeah. Uh, all right, I'm just calling up some stuff here.
He's calling it up. Oh, look who's here. It is Anfield Road, layout in the loft, Mr. Lee himself.
Hello, Lee. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, good to see you, Lee. Each and every day. Hey, weren't you looking for the glue there, Toy Man? Just a side thought.
No, I need all the glue.
You need all the glue. I know, but
Yes.
I'm
No,
saying
because I'm building a new layout.
if you need the glue though, I say Lee has all the glue, so you might want to see if you can borrow some from him. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
Yes, that's right, Lee. We all remember them, and that's good.
Mm.
Some people might forget, but we're here to remind people.
Oh yeah, because we have to remember.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
The battles that we're taking. Um, okay, I want to go over here. Oh, here we go. Mhm. Some really old pictures. Holy.
Ah, well, guess what? Lee is not going to share.
Oh, he's not going to share the glue. Oh well.
No, he said the glue is all for me. He says, see,
Oh,
that's why he's known as like the glue king, I believe. He doesn't share and he buys it all out. So
oh,
good,
right.
good luck.
finding what I'm looking for here. Slowly getting to it.
Slowly but surely,
Slowly
yes.
but surely.
White
Uh,
glue. White
I
glue
can.
making this.
I wonder what people thought when they first saw this thing come rolling down back in World War One. This little beastie little thing. When this thing first showed up on the battlefield. This tank.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Yeah. So. And the what are they? What the hell do they call them?
Lee says, Toy Man, you can buy the glue off me for a good price.
I don't know what's the Canadian dollar worth over there in pounds.
Oh, that's true.
You know, got to do that conversion rate. Yeah, and then the shipping costs.
Yes, but I think he might be being humorous there too.
Yeah,
A good price, it might be a little steep, you know? He'll part with it, but you gotta send him some moolah first.
I just can't imagine how what these soldiers went through, especially when they're in the trenches. They sleep and fight in the trenches. Muddy, wet,
Right.
rainy, cold.
Your sleep
You
and
know,
eating isn't probably gonna be up to par, right? Because you're in
right?
battle. And I
Hmm.
had thought that too.
Yeah,
That the first day, let's say the first day you're out, you might be good to go. You might have had a good night's sleep. You might have had a nice meal, and warmth or whatever it is that you need, right? But
yeah.
wars don't just end in like a day, usually. I believe on average, isn't it like 3 years on average for these larger wars to quit? 2 to 3 years or something. It's what I'm saying is not overnight. It's definitely not
Hmm.
just one day and you're done. You're gonna get
Well,
tired,
that
exhausted.
this went on for 4 years, from
Okay.
1914 to 1918.
Yeah. I know some can be
So,
longer, some can be shorter, but I
yeah.
think I heard somewhere that when there's a big war outbreak, it tends to be
Hmm.
around 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, folks.
Hmm.
And the big C word that everybody's talking about, that was basically that's only been like 2 years and that feels like forever. See what I mean? So it's
And,
crazy.
and then and then you ordered, and when the whistle blows, because they blew whistle when it was time to go and attack, and then they have to crawl up out of the trenches like that
Yep.
and charge at each other, and everybody, they're being cut down by machine guns and everything else, right? So,
Yeah, you can't be hiding
you
behind a
know,
rock. I
no.
see
So,
Steve Punk is here. Hi, Steve
Punk,
Punk.
Steve Punk or Punk
Hmm.
Steve?
Well,
Oh, Steve Punk.
yeah.
Steve Punk, good to see you. How you all doing? How you doing?
How you doing? Oh, I heard that.
Heard what?
How y'all doing?
Well, just practicing, right?
Yeah. Practice makes progress.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So,
Nothing wrong with that. I just know you like to talk about that sometimes, so I had to bring it up.
oh,
It's all good.
oh, okay. There we go. I haven't been to bed yet since I got home from work because I've been trying to figure out paycheck stuff and then trying to get this stream set up. Everything just right. If anyone's
Yes.
upset about religion, I'm sorry, but I was forced. I got stuff. I'm good. Yeah, well,
Yeah. See, the name just got flipped around, so it's all good. We all have our. Oh well, Steve Punk. Remember this.
mhm,
We all have our own beliefs, our own thoughts, and basically
yeah,
another way of people have told me this, and I thought it was a great way to describe a person. We all are born with our own manual. right? Our own owner's manual in a sense, right? And that's how we think and how we work and that's how we run. And everybody's owner's manual, or however you want to look at it, is a little different. And so, of course, there's going to be a little bit of friction here and there, but just remember that we all have our own manual, we have our own journeys in life, and as long as your journey is going where you want and you're content in your life, then just keep on swimming in your own path.
I'll see if I can read this right without messing it up.
Oh,
All
well,
right.
go ahead. Or, well, I was going to say I could read it, but no, I think you should read it. This is from your heart. Here we go. Go ahead.
All right. So we have a French translation here that says, "Those who previously died for their country are entitled to have the crowd come and pray before their coffin. Among the most beautiful names, their names is the most beautiful. All glory pass near them and falls. As and as a mother would adore or whatever, the voice of a whole nation cradles them in their tombs. Cradles them in their tombs. Sorry.
It's all good.
So,
Keep going. You're doing great.
so, so that's that one saying there. So,
Okay, that's beautiful. And look who's here. Spike Reviews.
hello, Spike Reviews. All right, so we're going to drop down
Okay, we're going to
because
drop
it's
down. Yes?
2 minutes to 11. And
Oh,
then at 11 o'clock, we're going to do our moment of silence.
okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you wouldn't mind dropping us down, then I can push
Yeah,
this.
I'll drop us down now. So yep, this is our time, folks.
Yep. All right, there we have it.
That was very nice.
So,
Because think about it, like I said earlier, we're busy. But that
mhm,
wasn't that long to dedicate a little time to the numerous hours and years that they put into this, you know? A lot more time
exactly.
than that. Yep, that was a great idea.
Yep. Everyone remembers the day when I was on the road at 11 o'clock. No matter where I was, if I was on the highway, I'd get off on a get off ramp, get out, and stand, bow my head. I've done that ever since I was 16. Remembering and keep it right on going.
Aw,
So,
yeah, it's a tradition you can just keep going and going with.
yes.
That's good.
So, and we also have to play this to ours for our American friends.
Okay.
There we
Yeah.
have
That's a beautiful music, and
it. Mhm.
obviously not right now, but after this stream, if you haven't watched the video I put together that I released earlier today, that's the music I used in that. So it's just so beautiful, and I thought these folks that put it together did a wonderful, uh, production of it. They did well.
When I was in cadets, I would go to a lot of these Remembrance Day parades in my unit because I was in the guard. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we would do our 21 gun salute as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, the rifle I were carrying, they were just 303s.
Yep. Very
So,
nice.
and then we get upgraded to 22s.
Oh, I bet you're all excited about that one, huh?
Yeah, yeah. There we go. So, yeah, we had the bayonets on the end on the end of the guns and everything. So. So my dad was proud when he found out I was joining cadets. He was like, well, And he thought for sure I was going to go from there right into the Army because you do have that option to go from cadets right into the Army if you want. I never did. So
You never did, though, huh? No?
nope, nope. No, we did. No, we did a lot of fun things when we were in cadets. We got to shoot all kinds of different guns. I even got to shoot a 50 caliber machine gun. So that was different. It was one of those ones that was sitting on a tripod type thing,
Right?
And you just. It's one of those ones actually it was one from the Second World War that still worked. We got to shoot that. So we had training on it and everything. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and target shooting, of course.
I bet that was a lot of fun, huh?
Well, yeah, it was great. So especially trying to shoot a moving target, that was challenging. And the guys, the instructor's going, just aim in front of it. Don't aim at it. Just aim just in front as it's moving. The bullet will finally get to its target. Because I was aiming right at the target. I'm not hitting anything. That's when he said just in front as it's going along. Then you.
Oh. Poof. Poof.
So I didn't do too bad. It wasn't the greatest at target shooting, but I found my mark anyways. So
Well, that's good.
yeah. And then we did some skeet shooting, like clay pigeons with shotguns. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet those are fun, right? And then
Yeah.
you were actually pretty good at that, I think.
Yeah, I got really good at that. Last time I went to the gun show was with my niece, and I thought, well, 5 shots, with a Beretta shotgun, $10. I figured, yeah, I'll spend $10. Clay pigeons, right? So I'm looking down at the machine and watching the thing come up, and just as it starts to hover, that's when I nailed it. So that, yeah, times it. Almost 10 after. Okay, so.
Yeah, it's like what? Oh yeah,
Mhm.
a minute from that thought. So yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that playing on streaming a whole, for too long today. But basically, I just wanted to say my thanks to all the men and women who are in the military for your service, and to remember the soldiers on both sides of the border who have fallen in battle in the First and Second World War. So,
Well, of course, and then of course, a lot of times, if you're wanting other people to rewatch, because I know there's a lot of people that are still working and stuff,
yeah.
and so if the stream is long, they might actually watch it later on.
hmm So, and I got to get some sleep sooner or later too. So. Well, I'll bet you a lot of people say that, Steve. I don't think I can kill anybody, but uh,
It all depends on the circumstance, I would think. I mean, yeah, of course, I would
right.
never in a million years think of even that thought at all. Or even, okay, I still eat meat and stuff, right? But the thought of putting down even an animal, I'm like, that's just too hard. But in
Uh,
that circumstance, right, even if it was your pet or something, think about it. If you were hungry, if you were hungry, your mindset's going to change, and all of a sudden, sorry, you're now my meat. In regards to an animal. Well, if you're being attacked by somebody, right, is that what you're thinking? Your
Yeah,
thoughts probably would shift a little because it's either they or you, and
exactly.
it's not like they're going to spare you. See, so I think your adrenaline kicks in. Maybe that's the word.
My dad said the same thing. He says sooner or later, um, he told me he had a hard time pulling the trigger sometimes until he started shooting back at him. Right then, things changed. But when he took his first life, it was kind of felt guilty, felt bad type thing. Um, he had some problems after that, but he did
Yeah.
what he started doing what he was trained to do. That's to go and fight, and that was it. So, and then he spent a long time in that war, and changes a person, of course,
Oh yeah.
made him tougher, actually. So, and he said if he had to do it all over again, he said he would.
He would. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to ask people.
yeah.
You would think most probably would say the same thing.
Hmm.
There might be some that wouldn't because everybody's different, you know?
Right. I probably would too. If someone ever attacked this country, I probably wouldn't
Hmm.
think twice about picking up a gun and defending my homeland because this is my home.
Well, yeah. There are different levels too, right? Because
Right.
officially being in the military or something, or
Hmm.
just protecting, there's actually types of people are protecting their own neighborhoods too, or their own homestead.
Right. Right.
There's different ways of protecting yourself or your
But I look at
community,
it.
your
I look
country.
at it as a foreign entity trying to come in and change the way I live. That's not happening. Sorry. So, anyways, all right. I think that's it for the stream for today, folks. Thank you all for tuning in, and again, I salute the Americans and the Canadian soldiers for your service, and for those who have fallen in battle. We'll always remember those people. So until next time, people, um, I'm not sure if I'm going to go live tonight or not. I might not. I haven't decided yet, really. So, but tomorrow, I will be going live because Toy Man's going to be making pizza.
Oh, pizza, pizza.
So it's going to be a live broadcast on pizza making.
Oh, nice.
So I just have to go out and do some grocery shopping.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, you'll have to do that
I,
too.
I got the stuff here. But I just need some cheese, pepperoni, green pepper, red pepper. You know, I got the bacon.
He's got the bacon.
And I want to have two different types of cheese. I'm just going to, a little bit of mozzarella and some jalapeno cheese. Oh, yeah, and I got jalapeno hot peppers in the fridge too, by the way.
Oh, do you?
I'll throw some of those on too.
I actually have two in my fridge because I was going
Oh,
to
yeah?
add it to my fresh salsa. Because just a
Right.
little bit, right? Take the seeds
Hmm.
out so it's not so hot, but you still have the flavor, a little bit of heat. But I put so much garlic in, there was already heat and flavor, so I haven't used them. I'll have to think of something to use them for, though, because they've been in there a little
Right.
while, and I'd rather them not go bad. I suppose I
All
could
right.
stuff them with cheese and see if somebody else here wants to eat them.
Hmm.
Yeah, take the seeds out, like those hot, what are they called? Hot, I don't know what they call them, I guess. poppers. Poppers, I think they call them when they put cheese in a hot pepper, and then you eat them.
All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you all later.
Yes, take care. Remember your, the soldiers that did and are fighting for you.
Mhm.